Hey, good morning and welcome to STL Professional Services. I'm Stuart Long here, and this is our main page. When you drop into STLPSI.com, we have a little welcome video talking about the Rainmaker's Dilemma. If you have your own business and you're the main show, you do all the sales yourself, this is where most small businesses start. Value Builder engagement is something we can talk about. It takes 12 monthly assignments and modules. It gives you access to a software to build the value of your business, and then you can engage and get up to it's $1,500 a month just for the service. And we typically see that people need 3 services once they get started with us at a bare minimum. So instead of $6,000, it's only $4,999 a month. And if you pay the whole year, you'll get 1 month free. So basically, go through these and take some time. Are you ready to thrive? Free up time. Focus on your legacy. Make your business run automatically. Sell and establish trust fund mailbox money checks in retirement. Do you want to find the 8 key drivers of value to an acquirer so your business will be able to get an offer? 80% of people that put their business up for sale don't get any offers. So this will not only get you an offer, but a premium offer. Do you want to increase sales, reduce expenses, increase your profitability, lease equipment, scale your business to a whole nother level, pay less taxes every single year, recapture 3 years that you've already paid out to the tax man? We can get you a lot of different tax credits. Sell the business without paying taxes. Do you know what your business is actually worth? Would you like to avoid being part of those 80% who don't get an offer? We help you sell for 71% higher than the industry average for your industry, and we determine which acquirers would want to purchase you as a bolt-on acquisition. Part of our process, or help you do it. Increase your valuation multiple. That's the whole point. Instead of getting a 3.5x multiple, anybody who's gone through our Value Builder system, our 12-month engagement there usually gets they can get their score from a 50 to an 80. They get 71% higher than the industry average of 3.5 times. They get 6 times multiple. Okay, we also can help you shore up the weak areas in your business so that they can't negotiate you down. Help you set up a buy-sell agreement if you never got around to doing that. We help you keep the key employees from leaving you, make them sticky with some different ways of doing that. If this is you, how fast you want it, just go ahead and book a call here. Your business should be 2 million to 300 million. That's where we fit. And these are usually the triggers that we hear. Staffing issues. We can't get employees to work for us. They show up to work. Revenues. I need to increase the gross revenues immediately. Our net profit, if we don't get it up, we won't be here in 6 months. Tax issues. We're making so much money, taxes are killing us. You're usually paying 50% at a certain point when you're making that 2 million minimum and you want to take home 200,000. Usually have to pay half in tax to do that. So we understand. We can help. We can usually we can carve out usually almost 300,000 per spouse as per year. So we can make 600,000 disappear off the top before we even do a 401k for the employees. Net profit, let's see, taxes, gut check. You know something needs to change. You just don't know what. This is where you need a consultant. Time, I've run out of time in my day. I can't do it all. I'm burning out. It's okay. It's okay. This is where you get to when you reach out and get yourself a consultant. Hiring, I need to replace managers that don't match our corporate culture. I understand. And then if you are ready to sell your business, if you want to sell in 5 years, you need to start yesterday. It takes 5 years, 3 years of scaling, 1 year of due diligence, and then 1 year to do an earn-out, maybe 3. So maybe you're exit planning, but don't want imprisoned in an earn-out. You need a business valuation that's realistic, and you need to have some things in place to not do the always required earn-out of 1 to 2 to 3 years. Okay, so we work a la carte. All our business valued services come in 3 levels. You can engage us and do 4 deliverables at any time. And here's a couple packages: Business Armor, Scale and Sell My Business, or Exit Plan and Let's Get This Done. Those are package deals, but we have any of these services you can start with. Value Builder one-on-one coaching is where we should definitely start, and then pension shopper, when we'll find out if you have them, how much do you need to retire, how much do we need to sell the business with, and net to then go set up your pension to pay you, because all your money is usually in your business if you're the average business owner. And then if you want a franchise, we can get it done. Coaching and entity structuring. Are you still paying taxes on your business? Some very intelligent entity structuring might eliminate that. So if you are still paying taxes on your business, we want to talk to you. Engage us and we can deliver our work product, which is secrets, wisdom, and knowledge applied. Okay, market your portfolio offerings. We can find B2B solutions for what you offer and seek funding sources. I found unicorn startup funding up to $750K with no collateral, which is unheard of, and it funds in 7 days, up to 15 days, maybe at the latest. I just need 700 credit scores and a tax return, business tax returns for 2 years that show at least $500,000 that you paid taxes on, and you'll get the whole $750 in most cases. Okay, and if you have a lower amount, they'll fund you for less. Level 2 services almost always needed is website SEO, which means search engine optimization. Either you're on page 1 of Google or you don't exist. And then people want instant leads, and you need to fill your calendar. So Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, Instagram. If you don't have a person doing that, we can get that done. 5-star presence. You probably need an online makeover if you're like many businesses. You just have a website that does nothing. It's pretty, but it doesn't convert. Coaching, we coach you through that. Once you engage us, organizational assessment of your employee skills and positioning. We can bring that in, and then business systems will identify weaknesses and onboard some solutions. Outsourcing the sales department for advertising, appointment setting, and sales. If you're ready for that and you have a high ticket item, we can usually have someone take care of the whole department for you. If you need a video department, we can bring that to the table. Business development, mentioned that already. Seeking strategic partnerships to take you to another level or bolt-on acquisitions for you is something you can ask us to do. Scale and sale, when can I retire? We can handle start to finish for that. Scale you, sell you, and set up your pension. So typically that breaks down to branding and some of these other things you can dig more into and read about. Level 1 services, this is just for the business. Electricity, it's usually cheaper to reduce expenses than take more risk in the market. So these are some other things we can do. Tax mitigation planning is huge. We get hundreds of thousands of dollars back. Okay, so talk to us about that. Book a discovery call. Now, if you are, let's hover over services up here. And Value Builder coaching we talked about. The web services, this is more information about that here. But if you want to apply for the business line of credit, it's right there. And we can get you started. Now, this specific video, I wanted to talk about the R&D tax credits that we do. If you have 20 employees or more, $4 million in revenue, and you paid taxes, there's $12 billion carved out for you, and we can go after it every year and do a retro file 3 years backwards, okay? So let me play this for you here. Watch this together.
Did you know that most small companies are leaving significant dollars on the table? It's because they aren't taking advantage of congressionally mandated tax credits and rebates that they are eligible for and probably don't even know exist. This may be happening to your company too. For example, in 1981, Congress enacted the Research and Development Tax Credit, which, according to recent IRS data, has since been expanded through several administrations. It was designed to help American businesses that are thinking bigger and better be more competitive and keep jobs within the USA and in their own local community. It's meant to reward companies who innovate, expand their business, and develop or improve existing products or services. According to the Washington Post, the R&D tax credit and other related tax incentives can save businesses more than $12 billion a year. But the Wall Street Journal indicates that only 5% of small businesses are taking advantage of these tax credits and incentives. Unfortunately, the vast majority of eligible small companies are totally unaware of these benefits or how they may qualify for them. So, who does qualify? Doctors, dentists, manufacturers, construction companies, just to name a few. If you spend time being creative, developing a better product or service so you can be more competitive, you likely qualify. And that's where we come in. We are Business Group Resources, and over the past 10 years, we have helped over 5,000 small businesses get back the money they deserve, just like the ones you see here. And we may be able to do the same for you. To see if you qualify for these congressionally mandated programs, contact us for a free analysis of the incentives and credits that may be available to you and your small business.
Okay, so that's one of the first things we can do for you when you engage us and get on a monthly engagement, a consulting plan. And this is Senator Chuck Grassley. A quick comment.
I've always believed that the tax code should encourage the success of small and medium businesses and for creating jobs for small and medium-sized business because they're the economic engine of our economy. Business owners should learn about the tax incentive meant for you. There's a long list of tax provisions that provide much needed tax relief to businesses and individuals. What worries me is that many of you here, business owners and accountants, too often think that these tax incentives, that these just happen to be for big corporations. And I want to impress upon you, nothing could be further from the truth. The IRS reported recently about 85% of the R&D credit went to the largest companies of America. The key reason the largest companies were much more active than small and medium companies in applying for the credit. Too often, small and medium businesses just simply are not taking advantage of the R&D and many other incentives. A comedian once said that 90% of life is just showing up. The same is true in tax for small and medium businesses. You need to show up, take advantage of these benefits. So my message to you is learn about the tax incentives that are available. These incentives help your business succeed and thrive.
So these are just some of the many things we can bring to your business. And, if you want to know who qualifies with a construction electrical company, doctors, manufacturing, it's really just everyone but retail. This is a really good one, a really good video that I made. So let's just play this quickly. Good morning, I'm Stuart Long. Welcome to the STL Professional Services Consulting back office. You've gotten access to some of our services now that you've become a client and paid your retainer. One of the most popular ways for us to cover the fee that you just paid is to find you money that you've lost to taxes for the last 3 years, sometimes 4 years. If we catch it at a unique time, we happen to be at April 20th, 2022. So most people that filed their 2018 taxes on April 15th, we've lost 18. We can't get it for you. But if you're filing the extension out to October, we can go back 3 years from the date you filed. So we can still get that. So I have different clients. For instance, I had a dentist paying $200,000 in taxes. So we're going to be able to get him 2018, 2019, 2020, and he's already filed 2021. So, sometimes there's a weird little window where we can get you all 4 years, but typically we're going to go after 3 years. We can go back 3 years from the date you actually filed. Okay, just keep that in mind. Let's jump into this. Okay. All right. So, are you taking advantage of the R&D tax credit? Most people aren't. They just don't know about it. In 1981, Congress created a tax credit federally. Also, the states, 35 states, have a version of the tax credit at this point in time. Tax incentives were created by Congress to help American companies be more successful. They wanted to give an economic stimulus, encouraging investment in the U.S. They wanted to encourage creation and innovative growth, and encourage entrepreneurship, as well as keep American jobs on American soil. Congress enacted the Research and Development Credit in '81. According to the IRS data, it's been expanded through several administrations. It started with Ronald Reagan, and then there was $12 billion set aside, and then in Obama era he made it. That was an annual carve out, $12 billion per year. Obama era it was made permanent and expanded to other industries. It was made for manufacturing. So you might not be a manufacturer, but now R&D really is a broad a topic that you can qualify for. Let's stick here. However, out of 1.7 million tax returns for corporate businesses, only 20,000 claimed any of these business tax incentives. Wall Street Journal discovered that 60% of the Fortune 500 companies are taking advantage of this R&D tax credit, while 95% of small businesses, which most likely is who our target market is, those small businesses that did qualify for the benefits are not claiming them, even though you're fully entitled to them. So that's why we're here. We want to help you get this money. The major university studies showed that only 5% of eligible small companies take advantage of these unclaimed refund activities, even though they're entitled to them. And why don't they do it? Because they just don't know about it. So if you are owed these tax incentives and tax credits from previous years, last 3 years, wouldn't you want to find out about them? Here's an example. Carrier Corporation in Indianapolis had just been overwhelmed by the taxes in the current situation in the country. They were going to move to Mexico under, I think it was Obama. Under Donald Trump, he said, don't you know about the R&D tax credit? And so that really helped them stay in the country. You can take a look at this slide. Pause the video. Excuse me. 5 myths about the R&D tax credit. These credits and incentives are only for large companies. You're going to probably hear Chuck Grassley in a moment. Nothing can be further from the truth. Whether you have a company with hundreds of employees or you're just a sole proprietor, you may find very well that these tax credits and incentives. And that's on the website if you want to watch the entire thing. This all sounds too good. You're really welcome to go in there and watch that. That's going to be on the website. So I think we covered it briefly. But here's, if you're a manufacturing plant, definitely. If you're doing electrician work, any kind of construction, roofing, building houses, you qualify. Engineering, textiles, agriculture, automotive, financial services, software, consumer products, entertainment, and media, websites, video, you're custom creating or working on improving something. All these qualify. So, if you have a hard hat on, it's probably going to work for you, and plus all these other different industries. And I just want to try to keep this a little bit brief. So 3 points here. Be creative, rule of 1. You have to have 1 pay. We really like the limit to 20 W-2 employees. If you have 10, call us. But really, the more employees you're keeping jobs, the more tax credits you can create. Okay? So let's see what else. These are examples. Steel manufacturing company, we got them $2 million back. $150,000 for a commercial plumbing company. Engineering firm, $28,000. Architects, $350,000. So, these are real groups that we're getting actual money back for. So, anyways, that's the short video. Just reach out to us, and you can book anywhere on here. Just click any of these buttons or back on the main page at the home page. When you come into STLPSI, there's always a area for you to click. But you can always go to the specific service you want, which would probably be business consulting, is usually where I have everyone automatically drop into. And then just scroll down and look for one of these blue. Well, that'll activate your engagement if you want to start, but probably you want to talk first. So just book a discovery call or reach out to me on the phone. We're old-fashioned, but if you want a calendar, you can come in here and pick a time. Okay? All right. Bless you. Thanks for coming to the site. Look forward to serving you.